What's poppin', y'all? So today I'm going to be using my Zulu palette from Juvia's, and I'm starting off by placing that orange shade all over my transition area, but a little lower towards my crease. Now I'm going in with the yellow to start blending out the edges of that orange shade, but you're probably going to see me go back and forth, like adding a little orange pigment and then blending it out on top with that yellow. So just blend to your liking. Next, I'm just laying that teal color right underneath the orange shade. Now, I'm using that Born This Way concealer to go ahead and cut my crease. And if you guys want to see a video on how I cut my crease, I can go ahead and make a separate video and kind of slow it down and explain what I'm actually doing here. Next, I'm using the shade Booty Call in the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette, and I'm just using it to kind of set that concealer that we just put down in place and prepare for our next step. Now I'm using that sparkly teal shade from the Zulu palette, and I'm using that to accentuate the crease and add a little metallic pop to our look. And as you can see, right before I placed that metallic shade on my crease, I sprayed my brush with Fix Plus, and what that does is really intensifies that color, and it really gives off all the metallic shine once the light hits, in my opinion. So next I'm going to go ahead and prep my skin with a little bit of Fix Plus. My skin is already moisturized, but I like to go ahead and just add the Fix Plus before I do my foundation. And I am using a Kat Von D Lock It foundation today. I'll leave the shade in the comments that I used. But I start to use this brush to blend it out, but I ended up switching to my beauty blender to get a more even finish. So it's my favorite part, concealer time. And I actually had the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, but I had to mix it with my foundation because the shade that I got was too light, guys. So I might not leave that one in the comments. I keep saying the comments, but I mean the description, just because I don't want to lead you guys astray. And the concealer that I use to contour with is a little bit cool toned, as you can see from my skin, and it is kind of deep, but that's how I mixed it with a concealer that's closer to my skin tone. And I also like to bronze with a more red tone, warmish shade. Yeah, that's what I like to do to kind of balance it out. Now what I'm doing is going back over all of the areas that I concealed to make sure that everything is blended before I go back and set it. I'm using the Airspun powder to set the concealed areas, and then I'm going back over my entire face to set it in place with my Too Faced powder. Now that everything is set in place, I can go back and warm my face up. And if you guys have seen any of my other videos, you know that I love to use my Dare to Create palette. There's like a warm brown shade in the middle of those contour shades that I love to use to warm up my face. So that's actually what I'm using today. So now I'm going to go ahead and take those two colors that I used in my crease area. First, I'm going to start off with the orange shade and dust that along my bottom lash line. Then I'm going to take a bullet brush and use that teal color and concentrate that on the top of that orange shade, closer to my lash line. So now I'm taking my Fix Plus again and spraying my liner brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and accentuate the wing liner that I added off camera, just like I did for the crease. So now I'm just taking some blush that I got in one of my Ipsy bags. I'll leave the name down below in the description box. And now I'm gonna just spray my face one more time to make sure there's no cake. And we're gonna add our Fenty Beauty Kilowatt highlighter in the shade Hustler Baby. Y'all, Mama Fenty knew what she was doing when she created this. Like, I promise. I love this highlighter. Oh my word. Like, there I glow. Period. Period. So today I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild lip pencil that I always use for my lip liner, because it does bring back my shade, because I do have a little bit of discoloration on the top. But after I fully line my lips, I'm gonna go in with my MAC and Aaliyah lipstick in the shade Try Again. Yes, girl, if you're not looking at yourself like this in the mirror when you're done, like, just start over. So I thought I would come back and give you guys another look at the final makeup look. So I did use my MAC lipstick from the Aaliyah collection. Try Again is one of the MACs. And I went over that with the MAC lip glass in the shade Lovechild. I didn't put on mascara. All I did was wipe my mink lash extensions with witch hazel, and I used Glamour Dolls mascara on my bottom lashes. So yeah, girl. So that is all for today. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, be on the lookout for more videos, and I will see you guys later. Deuces.